to my channel and Happy New Year, or almost Happy New Year because it's not quite New Year yet. So with this tutorial today, this is for you guys that watch me that have hooded eyes. So New Year's Eve 2017, that's so crazy. I feel like it was only New Year's Eve 2016, like 3 months ago. This year has been the fastest year of my entire life, and this year for me I will be in Donegal town in Ireland, and I cannot wait. I love that place. I'm so excited to spend New Year's Eve with everybody I love over there. So when it comes to New Year's Eve, I know a lot of tutorials on YouTube all involve glitter and things like that. It's kind of like the done thing. If it's New Year's Eve, you have to wear glitter. And usually I steer clear of that, but this year I'm kind of feeling the glitter vibe. So what I've done, because hooded eyes, if you have them, you'll know there's not an awful lot of space in your top eyelids to be putting glitter or anything like that. And even if you do put glitter there, you're probably not going to see it when you open your eyes because the hood of your eye covers it, so no one's really going to see it unless you look down. So what's the point of that? So that's why I thought, for this hooded eye look, what I'll do is put glitter on the tear ducts and underneath the eyes instead, because everyone will be able to see that, and it's still glitzy and glam, but it's going to look absolutely amazing on hooded eyes, especially because we're keeping the top eyelids really matte and really black. So in theory, because we're using matte blacks on the top eyelid, what the matte blacks are going to do is kind of draw in the light, and your eyes aren't going to look hooded anymore. Hope that's making sense, guys. But anyway, if you are interested in seeing this makeup look that I'm wearing right here, then just keep on watching and I'll show you how I did it. And I will link every single product that I used in the description box down below for you as well. And that's about it. So I'm going to shut up now and actually let you watch the tutorial, and I do hope you like it. Alright, so first of all, I'm going in with some foundation on my eyelids. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I'm putting it all over my eyelids. I use this instead of an eyeshadow primer because I find that using the foundation you use on your face works much better on your eyelids than any other product. Just make sure you only put a small amount and you blend it out really evenly, as you can see that I'm doing here with my damp beauty blender. Now I'm setting it in place using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder on a Real Techniques setting brush. Make sure your foundation or whatever you use on your eyelid is super dry and super well set in place before you go in with your eyeshadow, because that way you won't have any creasing or any issues like that throughout the night. So the first eyeshadow color I'm using is called Wanderer from the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Eyeshadow Palette. Guys, if you have hooded eyes, you need this palette in your life. It is the best matte eyeshadow palette I've ever tried in my entire life, hands down. So I'm applying this shadow color all over my eyelid as my transition color, and I'm using the Sigma E30 brush to apply it. It's a really big, fluffy blending brush, so you can apply it really simply and really quickly, and you don't need to worry about this part being too neat. Just whack it on your eyelid and kind of blend it all about. We want this color to peek up underneath the black that we'll be putting on later, so feel free to bring this color up really high. Just make sure you blend it out really well as well. Now that that's on, I'm going to apply some surgical tape to the edge of my eye, and that'll act as a little barrier for the darker eyeshadows that I'm putting on. It'll also give the eyeshadow a better winged out effect. The color I'm using now is called Dreamer from the same palette, and I'll be applying this with a Sigma E25 brush. Again, pretty much all over my eyelid, just not up quite as high as I put the original color. I'm also concentrating the bulk of this color to the outer corner of my eye, and then whatever is left on the brush, that's what I'll blend in towards the inner corners of my eye. You want to try and keep all the depth of color towards the outer corner of your eye, because it'll make your eyes look bigger, more open, and more awake, and it also gives a really sexy, sultry look. So I've applied the color with the E25, but I'm then going in with an E30 to blend it out. So you'll see I do that a few times. I apply the color, I pack it down with the E25 because that brush is really good for packing down color, and then I blend around the edges with the Sigma E30 blending brush. Now I'm going in with the matte black from the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Palette, and this color is called Fashionista. I'm using a Sigma pencil brush. This is the E30 to apply it, because I really want to make sure that I know exactly where that black is going. So I'm putting it on really strategically, just kind of covering the mobile lid. So you know when you blink up and down, the part of eyelid that moves, that's your mobile lid, and that's pretty much the only place you want to apply this black color. Then what I'm doing is going in with my E20, and I'm really carefully blending around the edges of that black, just to make sure it's a little bit softer and a little bit smokier. But you definitely want to make sure you know exactly where that black is going. Don't blend the black up quite as high as the other two eyeshadow colors. So I'm just repeating this step a few times so I can get the desired pigment that I'm after. I want this black to be really black. So I'm just going in with the E30 pencil brush, applying the black eyeshadow, and then going in with the E25 to blend it out. Then towards the end, I switched up to my E35 blending brush, just to give a softer and smokier effect than what the E25 was doing. The E25 is great for really precise blending, but I did want to smoke it out a little bit more, so the bigger blending brush was a bit easier for that. Here's another little trick that you guys probably already know, but if your eyeshadow isn't going on quite as pigmented as you want it to, get your finger, dab it in the eyeshadow, and then whack it on your eyelid. You'll see that the color comes out a lot more pigmented. And then just go back in with an eyeshadow brush to blend it. By the way, all these brushes that I'm using are from Sigma, and I do have a 10% off coupon code for them, so I will put that in the description box down below for you guys in case you need any eyeshadow brushes. Now it's time to take the tape off, and you'll see now why I used it, because it gives you a really precise edge to your eyeshadow, which is what I wanted. Now what I'm doing is color correcting the dark circles underneath my eyes. So for this, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector Cream, and I use the color called Rich, I think it is. I'll put that in the description box as well. It's great if you have darkness underneath your eyes. As you can see, it's a really, really rich orange color, and it counteracts blueness, so then you can go in with your concealer or your highlight, and it will just brighten up that area, but you won't have the blueness peeking through underneath. So for my highlighting concealer, I'm using the Tarte Erase Tape Concealer, I think it is. Again, I'll put it in the description box down below for you guys because I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I use that in a really, really light shade, so it kind of brightens the under eye area. And I'm just blending it out with a damp beauty blender because this product is very, very pigmented, very concentrated, so the damp beauty blender just helps to blend it out. Now I'm going in and applying my foundation all over my face, and I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I'm in love with this foundation. It is my absolute favorite foundation of the moment. It's super matte, the pigment is amazing, you need only the smallest amount, and it gives you such good coverage. So if you have skin anything like mine, definitely check out this foundation. It's really, really good. All right, now for some contouring, I'm using, what am I using? The Cover FX Contour Kit. Again, everything will be in the description box, and I'm just using my IT Cosmetics Complexion Perfection brush to blend out my contour. This little brush is amazing for blending out everything, actually. Now I'm just contouring down the sides of my nose and underneath the tip of my nose, and going back in with that Complexion Perfection IT Cosmetics brush to blend it out. This brush is synthetic, so you can use this to blend out creams, powders, whatever you like, and the brush will wash super easily and come up perfect and as good as new. I'm going to be applying two highlights because it's New Year's Eve. So the first highlight I'm using is the Marc Jacobs highlight stick, and I'm applying that with the bum of my damp beauty blender to my cheekbones, and then I'm going to powder my entire face. So I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder with a Real Techniques setting brush. This little brush is great for applying powder because it's so soft, it's not going to move your foundation anywhere, but you can also really concentrate on where you're putting your powder, so you won't be putting on too much and you know exactly where it's going. Now I'm going to contour again, but this time with a powder product. This is one of my new favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette, and I'm just using the bronzer first of all from this palette to contour. Actually, I never usually do this, but the bronzer from this palette is actually a kind of contour color because it's not too bronze. So you absolutely can use this to contour and bronze, and it will work fine. So it's kind of a double whammy product. If you don't have it, it's really, really nice, very subtle, and it's blendable and buildable, so you don't have to worry about having a really harsh contour. Then I'm going in with some blush, and I'm using Dollface from Tarte, and I'm applying that to my cheeks. And then for my highlight, I'm just using the highlight side of the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow kit with my F15 brush from Sigma, and I'm putting that over the top of where I put the cream highlight from Marc Jacobs for that extra highlighty glow for New Year's Eve. Now I'm going in with a Sigma E25 brush, and I'm using the original color that we used from the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette, which was Wanderer. I'm applying that underneath my eyelids. This color is not too dark, so you can kind of go to town with this one and bring it down super low since we're going for a dark smoky eye. So bring it down as low as you feel comfortable with, but the lower the better. Then with a tiny pencil brush, this is the detailer one from Sigma, but I can't remember quite what it's called off the top of my head. I'm going in with the darkest brown from the Amazonian Clay palette, and this color is called Multitasker, and I'm applying that underneath my lower lash line. Keep this color as close to the lower lash line as possible, so we don't want to bring this one down too far at all. We want to just darken up that lower lash line and make it look thicker. Then I'm going back in with my Sigma E25 brush just to blend out that darker brown color
because you don't want it to look harsh or unblended. Then I'm just kind of winging everything out and blending it in with the black that's already on my top eyelid. Can't really explain that part, but you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of blending everything together. Now, honestly, I don't know why I did this because I will be going in with glitter here, but I highlighted the inner corners of my eyes and also underneath the arch of my brow bone with the color Supermum, I think it was, from the Amazonian Clay Tarte palette. It's just the matte white shade they have. Now I'm lining my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Cheat Lip Liner. This is the best color if you want to overdraw your lips because it's just a real perfect neutral. It'll suit so many skin tones. It stays put, it's comfortable, and it lasts for a very long time. I use this pretty much every day and I've still got the majority of the pencil left. It is expensive, but it's worth it. Then with my little Sigma lip brush, I'm applying Nude Kate, which is another Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. Again, super comfortable to wear. It's a really perfect nude lip color if you don't really like nudes, which I don't, but I like this one. Now I'm lining my top and bottom inner rims. That sounds awful. What's the proper word for that? Waterlines, that's it. I'm lining the top and bottom waterlines with the Tarteist Double Take Eyeliner. And then I'm going in with the Tarteist Clay Paint Eyeliner to do a winged liner. The Clay Paint liner actually comes with this little brush, which is perfect. So I'm just using this little brush to do my winged liner. It made it super easy. Now I'm using the Tarte Lights, Camera and Flashes Mascara. As you guys can tell, I really like Tarte. They're cruelty free and so many of their products are vegan. And as a vegan, I really appreciate that. So I'm obsessed with Tarte. Then I'm going to do my eyebrows and I'm not using Tarte. Surprise, surprise. I'm using Sigma and this is their Duo Brow Powder. Again, I have 10% off, so I'll put that in the description box down below for you guys. Then I'm just using the NARS Clear Brow Gel to set the few eyebrow hairs that I have in place. And now I'm going in with the Too Faced Glitter Insurance Glue stuff. It's kind of like glue for your eyes and you put it anywhere that you'll be putting glitter. So I'm just using my Sigma pencil brush to apply that, and then I'm going in with a Makeup Geek silver glitter on top of it. So as you can see, it makes it super pigmented, it's really reflective, and the glitter sticks exactly where you want it to go, so you don't have to worry about glitter falling anywhere that you haven't put it. So I definitely recommend, if you will be wearing glitter on New Year's Eve or any other day for that matter, definitely use the Too Faced glitter glue underneath it because you want that stuff to stay put. Now I'm applying some false lashes and these really set the look in place. These ones are the Scarlet No. 9 lashes from Huda Beauty. I chop mine into 4 or 5 pieces because I actually don't like wearing a full set of lashes. I find they just come off too easily. So if you have hooded eyes or you have trouble applying eyelashes, I recommend chopping yours up into like little chunks and then gluing them on, and you'll find they're so much more comfortable and way easier to apply.
So there we go, guys. That is the finished makeup look here. I really hope you like it. I actually had a lot of fun filming this one. Oh my god, what's on my face? Oh, I'm growing a new pimple. I actually really like how this makeup turned out. It's glitzy and glam, but it's not too much in my humble opinion. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me out so much and it helps out my channel as well. And I'll love you forever if you give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, there is a little subscribe button directly underneath this video. So if you press that, then you are automatically a part of my little Put It Eye YouTube family here. And then there's an alarm button next to that. If you press that, YouTube will very kindly notify you guys every single time I upload a brand new video, so you'll be part of my notification squad. And I chat to my notification squad because you guys are always the first to comment on my new videos. So like I said at the start, every product I used in this video I will link in the description box down below for you guys so you can get it if you want to wear the same products as me on New Year's Eve or anything like that. And I also want to know, what are you guys planning to do this year for New Year's Eve? Like I said, I will be in Donegal town in Ireland, probably in Skye or something like that. If you're from Donegal, you'll be like, Stephanie, seriously, Skye? But I want to know what you guys are doing this New Year's Eve, so let me know in the comment section down below, and I'd like to have a little chat with you guys. Okay, I'm going to go and eat some dinner now because I'm starving, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!